Right, welcome back to another game of Precision Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. We're going to continue our testing of the game, and so this is going to be a full game replay. It'll be the New York Yankees at the Boston Red Sox. This was played June 16th of 2023. It will be at Fenway Park, so I went ahead and printed off our Fenway Park sheet. You can see the ballpark there. These ballpark pages are interesting because you get a diagram of the park. If you can read it very small, it's got the numbers there to each of the parts of the wall. And we have all of our dimensions here that we're going to eventually use in the game. And this right now, we only need the wall height really. So left field, there's no robbing home runs. Left center, same thing, no home runs out here. Center field, yes, there'll be an opportunity to rob home runs out here. And then right center field, this wall here is pretty small at just 5 feet. And then the right field wall over here down the line is very small at 3 feet. So chance to rob the home run in right center, right center, and right field if we get the opportunity, but not left field. And then there are some ballpark specific hit results on there as well. One other addition to the game. I'm going to keep this old hit direction and advancement chart in there if you want. It's a little bit more simplified version, but this is the new runner advancement on hits to the outfield. And it actually, I should go print the new one because it has the trailing runner. So let me go ahead and do that real quickly. Okay, sorry about that. This is the new extra bases and runner advancement on hits to the outfield. So you can see here, this is based off of the aggressive, normal, and cautious ratings that each team is given on the manager sheet. So these are all the managers and their tendencies. These are their taking extra bases tendencies, and these are based off of extra bases taken in different situations, extra bases taking percentage. So these are all actual percentages. I've said anything over 1% is going to be aggressive, like 1% more than the average is aggressive. Anything less than 1% off the average is going to be cautious, and then anything from minus 1% to 1% is in the normal range. So you can see here, first to third, first to home, second to home, and then what to do with trail runners. So I finally got around to dealing with the trail runners, which you can see here are graded out by aggressive, normal, and cautious. And then here there's first to third, first to home, second to home. And so basically you just match your team's aggressiveness to whichever chart, and then you roll, or you look at the chart, and then if it's a hold, then it's a hold. It's based off of the player's run rating, and then based off of where the ball is hit. So that will come into play. And so you'll have two options. You have sort of a basic simple option here, or you can use the runner advancement with the ballparks, and that's going to give you a little bit more specific sort of way to play. You can use these basic first to thirds down here. It'll be your choice. You'll have all of these pieces of data here too. You can use these taking extra bases aggressions generally to like give you a sense of should I take an extra base or not. And put this over here. So those are new to the game, and really that's about the only new thing that I have to show you. So we're going to get into this one, and this is going to be the Yankees at the Red Sox, and let's go through the lineup. So Jake Bauers is hitting first for the Yankees. He's playing right field. Giancarlo Stanton is the DH. He's hitting second. Gleyber Torres, second base, is hitting third. Anthony Rizzo at first base is hitting fourth. Josh Donaldson gets a start at third base. He's hitting fifth. Willie Calhoun is playing left field, hitting sixth. Billy McKinney is in center field. He's hitting 7th. Kyle Higashioka is the catcher. He's hitting 8th. And the 9th place hitter is Anthony Volpe, the shortstop. Going on the mound is Domingo Germán. Good pitcher last year for the Yankees. And it will be Alex Verdugo leading off for Boston. He's playing right field. Justin Turner is the DH. He's hitting 2nd. Rafael Devers is the 3rd baseman. He's hitting 3rd. Adam Duvall is in center field. He's hitting cleanup. Masataka Yoshida is the left fielder. He's hitting 5th. Christian Arroyo is at second base, hitting 6th. Tristan Casas is at first base. He's hitting 7th. Connor Wong is catching. He's hitting 8th. And Pablo Reyes is the shortstop, hitting 9th. On the mound is Tanner Houck. A young pitcher. Really good against right-handers and just okay against lefties. And we'll see how he does in this one. In the actual game, he actually took a line drive to the face and had to leave. I was watching the highlights. This game was ugly. It was like a 15-5 win for the Red Sox, and it was over in the first 3 innings. The highlights weren't even interesting to watch. So hopefully we get a better game than that today. All right, so let's get this one started. This is Precision Baseball, and this is the 2023 set. So we get into this one, and it'll be Jake Bauers, Giancarlo Stanton, and Gleyber Torres in this one. You'll notice that there is no Aaron Judge in this game. Bauers against Houck. Houck is a right-hander. So that's going to be a -2 to Bauers. But this comes off his card. 758 against a righty is going to be a walk. So right off the bat, Jake Bauers takes the walk. And we have 1 on with nobody out. Bauers just a -1. Nobody on this team except Volpe, particularly good at stealing bases. Brings up Giancarlo Stanton. Don't steal in front of Stanton either. He just hits bombs. He has almost a 10% home run rate against lefties, and it's about a little more than 5 against right-handers. So you don't want to run yourself out of an inning with Stanton coming up. He's a righty, so he's a 1-7 for control. So this comes off the pitcher. 883 will be a hit off of Hawk's card. 604 is going to be a double. And that double is a ground ball down the left field line. So we're going to wind up here. And so the Yankees, as far as their aggressiveness, so I'll just show you here how that works. So we're looking at first to home. And New York is here. Their aggressiveness on first to home is going to be aggressive. So that's the chart that we're looking at. First to home, we're looking in this green one. Bauers runs at a -2, so he's here. And down the left field line, it says he has to hold. So he is going to hold at third base, and it will be Gleyber Torres to the plate. So that's how the chart works. You just basically match up the team's aggressiveness with the right chart, and then you read the chart. If it's a question mark, then it's the gamer's choice. Otherwise, there are sometimes when the player's just going to score, or when the player's going to hold. So those are kind of your options. We have a 20. That's off of Hawk's card. 399 will be a fly ball. That fly ball goes to center field. The center fielder is there and makes the catch. So that'll be out number 1. Let's see if there's any runner advancement on the play. So, on fly balls, we use this chart. So it'll be a fly ball to center field with runners at second and third. Most of these things are going to be, it's either my choice or the runners are going. So we're looking at the lead runner, by the way. 725 is here. So that's in the green, and the runner has to go from third. So it's going to be a play at the plate. The runner is Gleyber Torres. He runs at a -2. The center fielder is Adam Duvall. He's a -5. Or I'm sorry, he's a +1 with his... We don't need to do the range because he's already caught the ball. So he's a +1. So this is coming off of the runner's speed. And a -2 is in this third column here. So anything 211 to 710, and he will be safe. It is a 536, and a 536 is good, as that's going to be a sacrifice fly on a fly ball to center field. So the runner comes home here. We'll give Torres the RBI for the sac fly, and the Yankees are up 1-0. And let's see what happens with the trail runner. So we have that now. The Yankees with their trail runners. Again, here, trail runner is normal. And then we look up here for our trail runner chart. We're looking at the normal chart. Stanton is a -4, so he's in this one. And a throw to home, he is going to hold. So he's not going to try to advance to third on the play. And that's going to bring up Anthony Rizzo to the plate. Runner advancement is a place where you can really get tricky. There's a lot of things that can happen. So I've tried to make it as simple as possible to understand. And maybe maybe I can come up with a score sheet, and then it'll have some of those values that you can just write them in. So maybe we can do that here just right now. So let me do that real quick. All right, so down in the notes section, I've just made a note that for each team. So first to third, first to home, second to home, and trail runners. And those are just some quick ones. That'll help me just to reference here instead of having to go all the way back to find them on the manager's chart. So let's start this at bat over. Anthony Rizzo to the plate with a runner at second base and 1 out. Yankees already with 1 in. This will come off of Rizzo's card. $7.99 to Rizzo. Against a righty is going to be a hit by pitch. As he gets plunked, he'll be down at first base. And that'll be 2 on. Tanner Houck having a hard time getting out of the first inning. It's Josh Donaldson to the plate. Donaldson is going to be a 1-7 for control. So this is off of Houck. It'll be a ground ball. That ground ball goes to first base. The first baseman is True, and he makes the catch. First base is Tristan Casas. And so a 954 with runners at first and second is going to be a 3 unassisted, and both runners advance. So Casas is going to take the play at first himself as he gets it on the line. That'll be out number 2. Both runners are going to advance on the fielder's choice. And the Yankees will have runners at second and third with 2 outs. And Willie Calhoun coming to the plate. Not familiar with the Yankee lineup from last year. Some of the guys who are starting this year were on the bench last year. Higashioka, I don't even think he's there anymore. Willie Calhoun against righties is a 0, so he's a 1-8 for control. 781 off of a righty is going to be a single, as that is a line drive to right field. So no chance of advancement for him. He's definitely going to knock that guy in. And we'll see about the base running for Rizzo. Rizzo is a -1 from second to home. They're normal. So -1, second to home hit to right field is going to be a question mark. So we can send him if we want. Rizzo's a -1. The right fielder is Verdugo. He's a +9. I think we're going to hold him there. I'm not going to risk that. And so that's going to be a 1 RBI single. And because it was hit so hard to right field, we're going to keep Rizzo there. So Bill McKinney to the plate. Yankees up 2-0 in this one. McKinney is a 1-7 for control, sits off his card. 155 will be a ground ball. Oh, we got a grounder to 666. So this one will be the Devil's Playground. Grounder to 666. So whenever we do, that's not going to be a highlight play. We already have the ground ball. So when it's a 3 of a kind on this roll here to find out where the ground ball went, we have to do a range check. So 666 falls in between 461 to 700. So we need to do a range check on the shortstop. So don't do too many range checks in the game, but you do have them. The shortstop is Pablo Reyes. His range is a +2, and he is going to be in the average range here. So anything 361 to 710 is going to be a play made, so he'll make the catch. Otherwise, it'll be base hit. It's a 041, and that ball is going to be through for a hit. We'll call that into center field. So Bill McKinney with the base hit up the middle. And that's going to score the run from third. No problem there. And the runner, Willie Calhoun, will he go first to third? New York is a normal. Normal going first to third. Calhoun is a 0. First to third on a center fielder. So that's going to be a question mark. The center fielder is Bill McKinney. He's a 0. Or I'm sorry, it's Adam Duvall. He's a -5. So let's go ahead and test it. It's going to be on Duvall to have to throw him out going first to third. His arm is a +1. So a 350 is here. 350 is here, and a green means that he is out. So he makes the breaks the cardinal rule of baseball and gets thrown out at third base for the third out. So we're going to get a 8-5 put out. That's out number 3. But the Yankees do score 3 in the inning. So sac fly from Torres, RBI singles from Calhoun and McKinney, and the Yankees are up 3-0 in the top of the first, or going to the bottom of the first. So a lot of stuff happening there. And it's going to be Domingo Germán against Alex Verdugo to lead this one off. Verdugo is a 1-9 for control, so it's off the pitcher. 537 against a lefty is a line drive. That liner goes to 699. That's going to be a line drive to right field. The right fielder is going to make the play. That's Bowers in right, and that'll be out number 1. 1 down in the bottom of the first, and Boston sends up Justin Turner, right-handed veteran player. He's even Steven with Domingo Germán. So this is off the pitcher card. 999. Okay, 999 is going to be a hit. So no, we don't have any special highlight plays for hits. This will be a 552. And that's going to be a base hit for Justin Turner as he hits a ground ball up the middle into center field. And no error on the play. So Turner at first base with 1 out, and that'll bring up the ever dangerous Rafael Devers to the plates. Devers is a 1-9 for control. He gets control of the at-bat. 464. Against a righty will be a strikeout. So Herman gets the strikeout of Devers. That's 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Adam Duvall. Duvall back with the Braves this year. Hit a home run this weekend, or this week, at Wrigley Field, and enjoying having him back. Adam Duvall against righties is a 0, so he's a 1-8 for control. This comes off the pitcher card. 2-11 against a righty is going to be a fly ball as he lifts this one to center field. No problem in center field. That's going to be out number 3. So no chance for runner advancement there as Boston leaves 1. And we head to the top of the second inning. It is 3-0 New York over the Red Sox. New York sends up Higashioka and Volpe, and then it'll be back to the top of the order with Jake Bauers. Higashioka is going to be a 1-7 for control, so this is off the pitcher. 853 is going to come off of Tanner Houck's card. It doesn't really matter what that is. 2 something is going to be a single, and ground ball to left field. So into left for Higashioka, and that's going to be a leadoff single for the catcher. I only give them a chance to advance whenever it's hit not directly to a fielder. When it's hit directly to a fielder, I just assume they're not going to be able to take that extra base. All right, Anthony Volpe. I don't know if he can anyway. He runs at a -1, but he wouldn't even have the chance with me. So Anthony Volpe is going to be, he's a right-handed hitter. He's a 1-7 for control. So this comes off of the pitcher card. 5-10 against a righty is going to be a strikeout for Tanner Houck. We'll leave that there. Tanner Houck is just a 22% strikeout percentage. So he's not a huge strikeout pitcher, so not very surprising. He's only got 1 in the first couple of innings. Brings up Jake Bauers to the plate. Bauers, left-handed batter. He walked and scored in his first at-bat. He is going to 0-0-1 is going to be a ground ball. That's a ground ball to third base, caught by the third baseman, Devers. And let's see what happens on the play. It's sort of a step-by-step approach in this game. A little bit at a time, and it gets you there. 326 with a runner at first is going to be a 5-4 double play chance. And we're going to look at Devers' double play rating to see if he does, in fact, make the play. Devers' double play rating is a 0. So we're looking here in this middle column, and it's a 741, and it's just outside of the green range, and so that's going to be a fielder's choice. We'll go 5-4 on the put out as they only get the lead runner. So he's going to be out. That's out number 2. And Bauers will be on with a 5-4 fielder's choice. That'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton doubled in his first at-bat. This is a this is off of Houck's card. A 310 against a righty is a grounder. And the ground ball goes to shortstop. Shortstop has it. And let's see what happens on the play. We have a runner at first base. Yeah, we got a runner at first. 318. And a runner at first with 2 outs is a 6-3 putout as he makes the long throw across the diamond, and that's going to end the second inning. So no run score in the second, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. It's 3-0 New York. Boston's going to send up Yoshida, Arroyo, and Casas. They're facing off against Herman. Herman good against lefties. He's going to be a 1-9 for control is Yoshida. So this comes off his card. 417 from a right-hander is going to be a fly ball. A fly ball is a pop-up to second base, and 167 is going to be a good catch. So we'll go P6 or P4 on the catch. As a second baseman, Torres makes the catch on the infield. Brings out Christian Arroyo. Arroyo, a right-handed bat, playing second base in this game. He will be a 1-8 for control. So this is off the pitcher card. 185 is a grounder. That goes to first base. And 201 is no problem for the first baseman. He'll toss it to the pitcher covering. And Herman steps on the bag for out number 2. 2 quick ones in the bottom of the second inning. It will be Tristan Casas to the plate. Left-handed batter. He is even Steven with Herman, so this comes off his card. 159 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. This is another range check, so when we're looking at who the player is, we have to, and we get a 3 of a kind, that's a range check. That'll be a range check on the second baseman. And let's see, the second baseman is Gleyber Torres. His range is a 0. So let's see if he gets to this little pop fly into right field. He's going back on it, and he is not going to make the play as he is a 0 range. 0 to 4. So that's less than 0 to -5. So 0 to 4 is here, and he is not going to make the play. That's going to fall for a hit as he sprinted back into right center field to try to make the play. He couldn't get there. So that's going to fall for a hit for Tristan Casas. Casas will stay at first. And we have 2 outs with the runner at first, and Connor Wong coming to the plate. Connor Wong is a 1-7 for control. So this comes off his card. 547 against a righty is going to be a strikeout. And Herman ends the inning with a K. So Boston gets a 2-out hit, but they can't move the runner along. And we go to the top of the third inning, still 3-0 Yankees, as this one a little bit better than the actual game. I'm sure the Yankees would be happy about that. Tanner Houck still on the mound. He's going to face off against Torres, Rizzo, and Donaldson. Torres is a 1-12 for control. So this comes off his card. 723 is going to be a walk against a righty. And Torres is on with a 1-out walk, or a leadoff walk. Gleyber Torres steals at a -1. And we have a +4 of the battery. So Connor Wong, a good arm. Definitely not stealing here. Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He got hit by a pitch and scored in his first at bat. He's got a 9 here, and that's going to be controlled to Tanner Houck. 707. Captain, my captain. 707 against a lefty is going to be a walk. So would have been a strikeout against a right-hander. Against a left-hander, though, not so much. That should be there and there. So 2 walks in the inning. And we're going to have Josh Donaldson to the plate. Donaldson grounded to first in his first at-bat. He's a 1-7 for control, so it's off the pitcher. 442 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. As Donaldson lifts this one in the air, that goes out to center field. No problem in center field for the catch. That'll be out number 1. Center fielder is Duvall, who makes the catch. And let's see if there's any sort of runner advancement. Runners at first and second. A 072 hit to center field. That is the gamer's choice. So a deepish fly ball. And the base runner here, he runs at a -2. We're going to hold him there. he's in scoring position technically for Calhoun. Calhoun already with an RBI single. So let's let him hit away. He's facing Hawk. Hawk is a Calhoun's a 1-8 for controls off his card. 775 against a righty is going to be a base knock. So second hit of the day for Willie Calhoun. That's a line drive into right center field. That'll be picked up by the right fielder, and no error on the play. So line drive into right center field. Let's see, Torres runs at a -2. Boston, second to home, is cautious, and he's a -2 into right center field. That's going to be my choice. So the right fielder is Verdugo. He is a +9, and the runner there is a -2. So let's go ahead and just go, since they're cautious, we'll just play that out, and it'll be, they'll hold the runner. Verdugo with a good arm out there. Brings up Bill McKinney, 1 out with the bases loaded. Saw the pitcher card, 449 is going to be a fly ball. Oh, I'm sorry, a line drive. A line drive to 801 is a liner to right field, and that line drive is caught. Let's see if there's any sort of advancement. So we'll go L9 for out number 2, and we have bases loaded. So we're here, and there are some reds and some greens and yellows. So 211 is going to be the gamer's choice. Again, +4 arm in left field. And the Yankees are generally cautious. They're generally pretty cautious. They're not cautious going first to third, but generally pretty cautious with their base running. So we'll play that. Higashioka, 2 outs, bases loaded, and he's going to have a 1-7 chance. So this is off of his card. 466 against a righty is going to be a strikeout. So the Yankees have a chance with the bases loaded. They leave the bases loaded, as Tanner Houck gets a strikeout and all that traffic and no runs. So the Yankees come up short in the third after getting 2, 4, 6 men to the plate. Could be a game-turning inning for them. Who knows? Boston has not exactly jumped out of the gate here. A couple of hits in the first inning, but nothing to show for it, and it'll be Pablo Reyes to the plate. Reyes a 1-8 for controls. This is off his card. 107 is going to be a ground ball, and that ground ball goes to the second baseman. No problem at second base for Gleyber Torres, who makes a good throw to first, and that's going to be out number 1. Back to the top of the order for Boston. Alex Verdugo, left-handed batter. He's playing in right field. He lined out to right field in his first at-bat. He is a 1-9 for controls. This is off of Herman's card. 8-10 against a lefty is going to be a walk. So Verdugo draws the walk. And he steals at a -1. Catcher arm is a -2. Hold is a -1, so that's a -3 total. So that, even though he steals at a -1, he's going to be a +2. So let's go ahead and try to get a little steal in there. Let's see if he steals much. Only 4 stolen base attempts. But they got to try to get something, so I'm just going to push the envelope here. He does have 8 attempts total. So he's going to be in this column, second column here. It is an 8-14, and he's going to be in there safely with the steal. So not a good arm behind the plate, and Herman does not hold runners especially well. Verdugo takes advantage of that, and he'll be at second base with 1 out. Justin Turner to the plate. Turner with a single in his first at bat. This comes off of the pitcher card. 640 against a righty is going to be a strikeout as Herman bears down and gets the K. That's out number 2. And we're going to have Rafael Devers come to the plate. Devers, a strikeout victim in his first at bat. It's going to be a 1-9 for control. So 790 off of the pitcher card against a lefty is going to be another walk. And that'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs. Adam Duvall to the plate. Duvall is a 1-8 for control. So this comes off of the pitcher's card. 425 is going to be a line drive as Duvall gets wood on it. That liner goes to center field, and no problem in center field for Billy McKinney, who is going to make a play on that liner. That'll be out number 3. So Boston threatens with a couple in the third, but they can't get them across, and that is really just the it's been the name of the game so far in the first 3 innings for the Red Sox. Takes us to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Anthony Volpe, Jake Bowers, and Giancarlo Stanton against Tanner Houck, who's probably coming up on his last inning. He's a 1-7 for control is Volpe, so this is off the pitcher. 107 is going to be a ground ball. That's a grounder to second base. No problem there at second base from Christian Arroyo, who makes a good throw over to first. Casas squeezes it for out number 1. Top of the 4th inning, Yankees ahead 3-0. They got 3 in the first inning, but haven't put much together since then. This is off of Jake Bowers' card. 001 will be a ground ball, and that grounder also goes to second base, and a 140 will be a good catch and throw. So no issues there as Arroyo makes the first 2 outs of the inning, and we head to last chance in the 4th is going to be Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton with a double. He grounded out to short in his last at bat. This is off Hawk's card. 089 is a grounder. That grounder goes to third base. And a 110 is not a guarantee. So who's the third baseman? That's Devers. Devers is a -2 on his error. And 84 to 129 is going to be an error. So 110 is an E5 as Devers makes the error over at third. And that will keep the inning alive for the Yankees. Gleyber Torres to the plate. Torres, a sac fly in his first at-bat. He walked in his last at-bat. He's a +4 against right-handers. That makes him a 1-12 for control. So this comes off his card. 254 is a fly ball as he lifts this one out to center field, and no problem in center field. And so the error doesn't come back to bite Boston. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 3-0 Yankees. I think that's probably going to end Tanner Houck's day. But let's see if his team can get him back in it. Right now he is on the hook for the loss. Let's see. It'll be Yoshida, Arroyo, and Casas against a so far effective Domingo Germán. 443 against a lefty will be a fly ball. That's a fly ball out to left field, and no problem in left field for Willie Calhoun, who is under it for the catch. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Christian Arroyo to the plate. He grounded out to first in his first at-bat. This comes off the pitcher card. So a 123 against a righty is going to be a ground ball. And that'll be a grounder to second base. The second baseman is Torres. 090, what is Torres? Torres is a -1. And he just makes the play. Threatened to throw it away there, but he'll make the play at first. Good scoop by the first baseman, Rizzo. And it's going to be out number 2. Tristan Casas to the plate. Casas, a left-handed batter. He's even with Herman. So this is going to come off of his card. 354 against a righty is going to be a line drive. That's a liner to right field, and that'll be caught in right field by Jake Bowers. So that L9 is seals a 1-2-3 inning. We're going to leave the stamina there for Herman for the 1-2-3 inning. He's pitching well. He's got a 3-0 lead, and we head to the top of the 5th inning. Let's go ahead and get a new pitcher for Boston. All right, the new pitcher is going to be Garrett Whitlock, right-handed pitcher for Boston. Kind of a tweener. Probably got some starts, but he also came in for long relief as well. He'll be facing off against Rizzo, Donaldson, and Calhoun. He replaces Tanner Houck, who goes 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He did have 3 walks and a hit by pitch, but he threw in a couple of strikeouts. So he's on the hook for the loss at this point, and let's see if Whitlock can keep it close. Rizzo is got no official at bat. He's got a hit by pitch and a walk at this point. So Rizzo is going to be a 0 against righties. Whitlock a -3, so 1-7 for control for the batter. A 633 against a right-hander is going to be a strikeout for Rizzo, as he can't catch up to the fastball, and that's going to be out number 1. We'll leave that there for the strikeouts. See if Whitlock can give him a couple 3 innings of relief here. Josh Donaldson to the plate. Donaldson is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. He's going to be a 1-7 for control. Sits off his at bat, and Tanner Houck leaves one out over the plate. 964 gets smoked, and that will be a fly ball off of the center field wall. Almost hit it out, but that's going to be a stand-up double for Josh Donaldson, as he's into second with 1 out in the inning. Let's see, I don't know if there's an error on the play. No error. So it's going to be Willie Calhoun to the plate. Calhoun 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles and an RBI. He's batting left-handed. He's going to be a 1-7 for control. So it's off the pitcher. 396 against a lefty is a line drive. That liner goes to the shortstop, and the shortstop is Pablo Reyes. He's going to make the catch, so we'll go L6, and we need to check and see if that runner gets doubled up at second base. So we have this chart on our line drives chart. We have infielders too, so the play is made by the shortstop. We have a runner at second base, so there's a chance for an automatic double play if it's a 1-30. It's an 8-10, and that's going to be in the red, so no double play. As Donaldson scampers back to the bag. Dives back to the bag. Billy McKinney to the plate. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs now. Yankees up 3-0 in this one. Thought it was going to get away from the Red Sox, but they've done a good job riding the ship. Garrett Whitlock trying to get out of this one with no runs given up. He is a 1-6 for control, McKinney is. So this is off of Whitlock's card. 741 against a lefty is going to be a hit by pitch, as he plunks McKinney. That's going to put him at first base. That'll have the Yankees will have runners at first and second. It'll be Kyle Higashioka to the plate. Higashioka 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout in his last at bat. He's a 1-7 for control, so it's off his card. 039 will be a ground ball. That goes to second base. Second baseman makes the catch. And let's see what happens once Arroyo has the ball. We've got runners at first and second. It's a 098, and that will be a 4-6 put out. So he goes the short way and gets McKinney at second base, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. The Yankees strand 2 in the 5th. They're still up 3-0 though as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. They'll face off against Connor Wong, Pablo Reyes, and then back to the top of the order with Alex Verdugo. Herman pitching well in this one. Connor Wong is 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. 632 against a righty is going to be another K as he gets rung up for the second time today, and that will be out number 1. Herman against right-handers, 27% K percentage, a little bit better than the average. The average is probably around 24 or 5 in the major leagues. Pablo Reyes is standing in. Reyes is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. He will be this will come off the pitcher card, so 0-21 is a ground ball. And 686, that's a grounder out to the shortstop. The shortstop is Volpe. Volpe's going to make a good throw across the diamond. And that's out number 2. So 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Herman kind of cruising in this one. Let's see if Verdugo can provide some resistance. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. This will come off of Herman's card. 861 against a lefty will be a walk. So second walk of the day for Alex Verdugo. The walk percentage is 9% against lefties, so he does walk lefties a little bit more than right-handers does Herman. Brings up Justin Turner, right-handed hitter. He's 1 for 2. He struck out in his last at-bat. This time it's going to come off of the pitcher card. So 662 against a righty is a strikeout. That's going to be an ending strikeout. So Boston strands 1 in the 5th, and they are down 3-0 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. This one turned into a pretty good game so far, and we'll see if it stays that way through the end. Garrett Whitlock still on the mound for Boston, trying to get a couple innings out of him, maybe 3, and we'll see how that goes for the Red Sox. Anthony Volpe to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's going to be a 1-7 for control. So this comes off his card. 135, though, is going to be a grounder, and that grounder goes to 0-41. That's a grounder to first base. And the first baseman, 115. That's no guarantee. The first baseman is Tristan Casas. He is a +1 on his error, so he's going to make the play there. That'll be a little flip to the pitcher covering, and that's out number 1 as Volpe goes down in the 6th. Jake Bauers to the plate. Back to the top of the order. 4th time through the order. Bauers is 0 for 2. He's got a couple of ground outs and a walk. This time it's going to come off of Bauers' card. A 443 against a righty is a strikeout. So Bauers goes down, and Hawk gets the K. Garrett Whitlock gets the K. We'll leave him there with his stamina for the strikeout. Brings up Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton is 1 for 3. Last time he was up, he got on an E5 to Rafi Devers. He is a 1-7 for control. So this comes off the pitcher. 669, almost at a 3 of a kind. 669 is going to be a walk, just into the walk range, as Giancarlo Stanton is on for the second time. So 2-out walk, and that'll bring up Gleyber Torres to the plate. Torres 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice fly in this one. He's lifted the ball each time, and this time it will be a 541. 541 is going to be a strikeout, as he is struck out for the first time in the game. Second strikeout of the inning for Whitlock, and he's going to get out of the 6th, throwing up a 0. So the Boston bullpen pitching well. Tanner Hawk, straightened up and pitched well as well. Let's see if the offense can come alive. They've not been able to get to Herman. Herman going out for the 6th inning. We'll keep an eye on him and see. Maybe I have to bring in a reliever. This will be off Rafi Devers' card. It's a 755. Devers against a righty. 755 is a hit by pitch. So Herman comes in and clips him. Devers will go down to first. And there's 1 on and nobody out. Brings up Adam Duvall. Duvall 0 for 2. He's got a fly out and a line out. He'll be a 1-8 for control, sits off his card. 462 is a strikeout. Herman throws him a changeup. And he's way out front. Oh, we'll leave it there. And it's 1 out now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Boston's down 3-0. Yoshida to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Let's see if he can do some damage here. He's going to be a 1-11 for control. So a 651 against a righty is going to be a strikeout. So no damage done there. And Herman coming back strong after hitting Devers to lead off the inning. Devers still at second base. And Christian Arroyo to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Arroyo, this is a 245. 245 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. And that goes to the shortstop. So we'll pop up to short. 282 is going to be no problem for the shortstop, Volpe. And he's going to make the catch for out number 3. So after a leadoff hit by pitch, Herman comes back with 3 in a row. And that's going to get us to the top of the 7th inning. New York still ahead 3-0 in this one. They'll send up Rizzo, Donaldson, and Calhoun. Garrett Whitlock still on the mound. He's facing the lefty Rizzo. He'll be a 1-7 for control. So it's off Rizzo's card. 629 against a right-hander will be a strikeout. And Anthony Rizzo, back-to-back Ks in this one. And that's out number 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 Ks for Garrett Whitlock. Whitlock against lefties, a little higher K percentage. So Josh Donaldson, he is going to get control of this at bat. 412 against a righty is going to be a line drive as Donaldson squares one up. He hits that to center field, and possible error here on the center fielder. The center fielder is Adam Duvall. He's a 0 error. A 0 is an error on a 22-32. We have a 0-30, and that's going to be an E as he tries to come in hard on that liner. He gets leather on it, but it comes out of his glove. And Josh Donaldson is going to be on with an E8. Sorry about that. So error on Donaldson, or error on Adam Duvall in center field. Second error of the day for Boston. And New York has a runner in the 7th. It's Willie Calhoun to the plate. Calhoun is going to be a 1-7 for control. This comes off his bat. 890 could be good things here. He actually, 890 will be a base hit. So that's going to be a ground ball down the left field line, gets past the third baseman. And we got a single here. Into left field, 086. Possible error on the left fielder. He's a 0, so no error in left. And runner here is going to go to second. He's a -1. So going first to third, New York is normal. First to third, normal. He's a -1. And down the left field line, that's a hold. So we're going to hold him at second base. It'll be runners at first and second. And Willie Calhoun, 3 for 4 now with an RBI. Good day for him. Bill McKinney to the plate, 1 for 2. He had an RBI single back in the first as well. Left-handed bat, he's a 1-6 for control. So it's off the pitcher. 824 against the lefty is going to be a hit, some sort of hit. This is a big one. 893, watch out. Against a right-hander, 893 is going to be a jack as he lifts this one high into the air. That is into the stands above the left field wall as Bill McKinney goes to the opposite field for a 3-run home run for the Yankees. It's now 6-0 New York. And coming around to score is going to be Calhoun and Josh Donaldson. So the error costs Boston, and That's a 3-run homer for Bill Kenny as he just lifted this one up into the stands above the wall in left field. Higashioka now to the plate. He's 1 for 3, and he'll have control of the at bat. 419 is going to be a line drive against a righty. That's into left field. 134 is a good catch, and that'll be out number 2. I think that's L7. So Tanner Houck trying to get himself out of this 7th inning at 6-0 New York, as we have 2 outs here in the 7th. Anthony Volpe to the plate, nobody on and 2 out. He'll get control of the at bat. This is a 466, and that'll be a strikeout for Garrett Whitlock. As he ends his day with a K. Couldn't quite get out of the inning. That's going to be 3 more runs. All unearned, I think. Actually, one unearned, I guess. Won't be all of them. Let's leave that there. So, bottom of the 7th we go. 6-0 New York over Boston. Herman still in the game. He earned himself another inning there. Let's see how he does in the 7th with a little bigger lead. This will be off of Casas' card. 592 against a righty is a strikeout. And Herman getting it done in this one. That is strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Strikeout number 8 for Herman. Some of that's Boston, some of that's him. And this will be a 1-7 for control for Connor Wong. It's a 9. So this is off the pitcher. 775 is a walk. So Connor Wong draws the 1-out walk. He'll be at first base for Pablo Reyes. Reyes 0 for 2. Reyes with control of the at bat. 378 will be a fly ball. And that's popped up to second base. A 190 will be a good catch at second. No movement by the runner, as the second baseman, Gleyber Torres, catches a short little pop-up, and that's going to take us to 2 outs now in the 7th. Alex Verdugo to the plate. This is going to come off of Verdugo's card since Herman is a 0. 818, of course, the first time out, he's going to give up a single, and that will be a blooper into right center field. It's picked up by the center fielder, and no error on the play. So that'll be a base hit into right center field. The runner is Connor Wong. First to third, they are aggressive. So Connor Wong's a 0 on first to third into right center field. First to third, you're definitely not going to score. That's a mess up. So we'll call that first to home. It's not score, it's safe, I guess, safe. So where it says score, it's going to be safe. I'll have to change that. So first to third, he's going to be safe at third base on a little pop-up. Not a pop-up, but a single to right center field. Runners at the corners. Herman trying to get through one more inning. He's got 2 down and 2 on, and it'll be Justin Turner to the plate. Turner 1 for 3, but he struck out twice in a row. 269 against a right-hander is going to be a fly ball. That is hit out to center field. No problem in center field, and it will be Billy McKinney making the catch that ends the 7th inning. So Herman strands 2 in the 7th. And I think that's going to end his day Excellent start from Domingo Germán, who goes 7 innings, gives up no runs to the Boston Red Sox on the road. So let's go to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be a new pitcher, I believe, for the Red Sox. Let's go ahead and get a new one in. All right, new pitcher for Boston is going to be Chris Martin, the right-hander. He's a -2 against righties, -2 against lefties. Has always been a pretty good pitcher. He's huge. He's like 6'6" or 6'8". And he'll be replacing Garrett Whitlock. Whitlock goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits and 3 runs. Only a couple of those are earned. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. And he did hit a batter. So top of the order for New York, it'll be Jake Bauers to the plate. Bauers now with his 5th at-bat. He bats left-handed, and he will be a 1-7 for control. That is a 7. And so a 203 off of Bauers' card is going to be a fly ball. That fly ball goes out to left field, and in left field, it's a 107, so chance for an error there. Yoshida is a 0. A 0 is 22-32, so he's going to make the catch. And Bauers will be done in the first inning, or with the first out. Top of the 8th inning, 6-0 New York. Flipping the script on this one, they lost 15-5 in real life. Giancarlo Stanton is a 1-7 for control. So 621 for Martin is going to be a strikeout against a righty. Good job by Martin as he blows away Stanton with a fastball. Don't get to do that very often. Martin with a 23% K percentage. In the past, he's been more of a strikeout pitcher, but since he left the Braves, has had a little bit of a rough go of it. He had 1 really good season with Texas, got traded to the Braves, had a couple good seasons, and then has moved on since then. Gleyber Torres to the plate. Torres is 0 for 3. He has an RBI and a walk. He struck out in his last at-bat. He's going to get control of the at-bat here. 786 against a righty. Will be a base hit for Torres. That is a little blooper down the left field line. And the left fielder is Yoshida. He's going to make the play. Little blooper down the line. He runs at a -2. Yoshida is a -5 getting to the ball. But he's got a 1. They're up 6-0. We're not going to try for the extra base here as he is satisfied with a single. Anthony Rizzo to the plate. Rizzo trying to avoid the hat trick. He got on his first 2 at-bats and then struck out his last 2. This is a 465 against a righty, and he is not going to as he tries to hold up his swing, but he can't, and that's going to be the hat trick for Anthony Rizzo. He'll end the inning with that strikeout, and that will take us to the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-0 New York with Boston coming up to the plate. Germán is going to be replaced with a reliever, so let's get him into the game. All right, the new pitcher is Albert Abreu. Abreu, not a great option, but good enough. He's got about a 525 FIP, so we'll see how this goes. He'll be facing off against Devers, Duvall, and Yoshida, so middle of the order. He replaces Germán, who goes 7 innings, gives up just 3 hits and no runs. 4 walks, but 8 strikeouts. Excellent start from the Yankee right-hander. This will come off of Devers' card. A 247 against a righty is going to be a fly ball as he lifts this one out to left field. And the left fielder is there to make the play. Calhoun squeezes it for the out, and that'll be out number 1. So 1 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. New York looking to cap this one off at 6-0 over Boston. Boston needs some base hits in a desperate way. This will be off of Adam Duvall's card, and 857 against right-handers is going to be a base hit as he hits that one to, it's a ground ball into left center field. Well, it doesn't matter where Chris Martin is. He's going to be out. Ground ball into left center field. It's picked up by the left fielder, Yoshida. And there is no error on the play. So ground ball to left center. Duvall runs at a +1. I'm sorry, not Yoshida. It's going to be Calhoun. Calhoun is a -1, so this is going to be on him to throw out Adam Duvall at second base. Duvall going to try to stretch this into a double. So the outfield arm is a 0, right? Outfield arm is a 0, so he's in this column. 101 to 210, Adam Duvall will be thrown out. It's a 180, and he is gunned down from left field by Willie Calhoun, who gets to it quickly, comes up firing, and Adam Duvall caught on a fielder's choice. That's going to go 7, let's say 4. And the second baseman takes that one. So Adam Duvall gunned down, trying to stretch a single into a double, and it's just kind of been one of those days for Boston as they just can't get anything going. It'll be Yoshida to the plate. He's over 4, speaking of. And a 746 against a righty will be another single. And this time it's hit a line drive to the right fielder. And let's see if there's an error. No error on the play. So that will be a single to right field for Yoshida. 2 down in the inning and 1 on. It's Christian Arroyo to the plate. Arroyo is 0 for 3. He's going to get control of the at-bat here. This is a 240. 240 will be a fly ball, as that one is hit out to right field. The right fielder is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. That's Bowers in right field. And the Red Sox go down quietly in the 8th. And we have a 6-0 ball game. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. Let's get a new pitcher for Boston. All right, new pitcher for the Red Sox will be Brennan Bernardino. He's a lefty. He's facing, he's replacing Chris Martin. Martin goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts and no walks. And Bernardino is going to be facing off against Donaldson, Calhoun, and McKinney for the Yankees. The Yankees up 6-0 as we head to the top of the 9th. Donaldson against lefties is a 0. Bernardino is a -3, so that's a 1-7 for Donaldson. This comes off the pitcher card for 38. Will be a fly ball, and that goes out to center field. Center fielder is there. No problem on the catch. That's Adam Duvall in center making the catch for out number 1. 1 down in the 9th. Boston looking to shut down the Yankees so that they have a chance in the bottom of the 9th. We are at Fenway Park. It's been a well-played game except for a couple of innings, but mostly zeros being thrown up by both teams. Willie Calhoun has been in the middle of it all. He is 3 for 4. He's got a run scored. He's got an RBI, 3 singles, and has made and threw out a runner trying to advance to second base on a single into left center field. So Willie Calhoun has kind of done it all today. He's facing a lefty. He doesn't have anything over here, so we're just going to go right off of Bernardino's card so we can safely avoid that. 937 against a lefty is going to be some sort of hit. And a 708, what do we do off that? A 708. There was something I did when there was like that. I can't remember. We'll just have to go with his right-handed pitching. So a 708 is going to be a double for Calhoun as he adds a double to his resume. That's going to be into the notch in center field. You know what I'm talking about. The wall comes and there's a little notch there. It's right here. A little where, and just to the right of center field. So it's into the notch in center field, and he's going to cruise into second base with a stand-up double. That's Willie Calhoun, folks. Calhoun now 4 for 5 on the day. 3 singles and a double. And that's going to bring up Bill McKinney. He doesn't have any bats against lefties either. So this is a 332. 332 against lefties will be a ground ball. That grounder goes to shortstop, and the shortstop will make the play. First ground ball we've had with runners on base for a while. a 942. Runner at second base, that's a 6-3 put out with a runner advance. So most of these don't have the runner advancing, but that's a little a little soft chopper to the shortstop. Shortstop has to come in. He makes a good throw to first. That's Reyes. And that'll be out number 2, but the runner does advance on the fielder's choice as he goes in behind the ball. And that will bring up Higashioka. Higashioka is 1 for 4. He lined out in his last at-bat. Against a lefty, he's a -1, so he's a 1-4 for control. 1-6, sorry. 292 for Bernardino is another ground ball, and that will be to the first baseman. 158, no problem at first. As Casas makes the catch, he's got a runner at third, 664. Runner at third with 2 outs. That's a 3-1 put out, and that's going to be the end of the inning. So Casas flips to the pitcher covering. Terrible 3. And that will end the inning as the Yankees strand a runner at third base. Higashioka can't bring him in. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is 6-0 Yankees, and Boston will send up the bottom of the order, Casas, Wong, and Reyes. We're going to leave in Albert Abreu, see if he can finish off this game. Don't know if he can or not, but he's been okay so far. Used about half of his stamina. He's given up 2 hits, but no runs. So let's see if he can finish this one out for New York. Tristan Casas to the plate. He's going to be a 1-14 for control. So this comes off his card. 782 against a righty is a base knock for Tristan Casas. That is a ground ball into center field as he bounces one up the middle, and that will put Casas on with nobody out. Connor Wong to the plate. Boston desperately needs some base runners here. Wong is 0 for 2. He walked in his last at bat. He is a 1-8 for control, so it's off the pitcher. 789 against a righty is a walk, just into the walk range. And I think the Yankees have seen enough. They're going to remove Albert Abreu and get maybe just go ahead and bring in Clay Holmes. All right, new pitcher for the Yankees is going to be Clay Holmes, the closer. Sorry about that. Clay Holmes, the closer. Try to close out this 6-0 win over the Red Sox. He'll be facing off against Pablo Reyes. He's replacing, is it Albert? What was his name? Albert Abreu. Albert Abreu goes 1 inning, gives up 3 hits. We're not sure about the runs. He's on the hook for these 2. And he has had 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So, Clay Holmes trying to close this one out, which is what the closer does. He is a 1-7. Reyes is for control, so this comes off his bat. 469 against a righty is going to be a line drive. That liner goes to left field. A 190 is going to be a good catch in left. So the liner to left field is going to be the first out of the inning. Let's see if there's any sort of movement from the runners. I doubt it. Let's see. First and second line drive to left is all going to be either no or my choice, so I'm just going to leave them there. Boston looking for the big hit. It's Alex Verdugo. Verdugo not getting control, but 885 against a lefty is going to be a walk. So yet another runner, and the bases are now full of Boston Red Sox. New York can't quite get rid of them. Justin Turner comes to the plate. He's going to be a 1-9 for control against Holmes. It's an 8. It's a 298. 298 against a righty is going to be a fly ball. as he lifts this one out to center field. The center fielder makes the catch. That's McKinney. So we'll call that out number 2. That's F8, and that's the second out of the inning. But we do need to see if there's any sort of advancement on the play. Chance for a run to score. So we have bases loaded, hit to center field. It's going to be something, either my chance or he has to go. So a 149, and we'll just play it out. That's in the green. So the runner is going from third, and on a throw. So the runner at third base is a -2. That's his running. The center fielder is a -1 on his arm. So that's going to be all on the runner to have to make it from third. So -2 is going to be in this here. 211 to 710, he'll make it. It's a 0.72, and he is out at the plate. That is a double play to end the game. So he is going to be gunned down. He needed to be here and here. So he's going to be gunned down at the plate. That's going to be 8-2 on the putout. That's the end of the game as we get a double play. Fly ball to center field. The center fielder is McKinney. McKinney comes up throwing, and he throws a strike that throws out Tristan Casas at the plate. Casas trying to get a run across for the Red Sox, and that's going to end our game. This one ends in a 6-0 shutout for New York. Let me go ahead and do the totals, and we'll finish this one up. All right, so it is a 6-0 win for New York, and looking at the line score, it's New York 6 runs on 10 hits and no errors. For Boston, it's no runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. Winner in this one is going to be Domingo Germán. Germán, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts. The bullpen came in, gave up just 3 hits but no runs, as Clay Holmes comes in to shut the door in this one. No save opportunity, up 6-0. Just wanted to make sure they win. Tanner Houck gets the loss, 4 innings, 5 hits, only 3 runs given up, 3 walks and 2 Ks. Whitlock gave up these 3, so each pitcher gave up 3, and that's how New York got their 6. Good game from Willie Calhoun. Calhoun is 4 for 5 with 3 doubles or 3 singles and a double. He did have an RBI as well. Big 3-run home run from Bill McKinney as he parked one over the monster in left, and a little bit of small ball here with a couple of singles. McKinney with 4 RBIs on the day. He was 2 for 4. So probably player of the game should go to Domingo Germán, who held down the Boston lineup at home at Fenway Park. So we will come back with game number 2 at some point. The next 2 games are a doubleheader, so I don't think we're going to play them all together, but they will be played on the same day. It'll be June 18th. So I guess the game on the 17th was rained out or postponed or something for weather, and they played 2 on the 18th. So this is Precision Baseball. If you want to play the very newest version, you can go to the Facebook group. Go to the groups, look for Clark and Addison Gaming Company. Go and answer a few questions, and I'll let you into the group. It's a private group. Once you get in there, you can go to the Files section and click on the version 0.4. That's the newest test version for Precision Baseball. And download those files. All of the files that I'm playing with here today are in that. They're in there for you to be able to play. And you're going to get the ballparks for all of the demo teams and all that kind of stuff. The Yankees are not included there, but Boston is in the demo teams. Play those games, play out 10 or 20 games, and just kind of see how the game plays. This is still in the testing phase, so there's still lots of things that can be added or changed or made better. I saw an error here. So on first to third, it shouldn't be score, it should be safe. So that's my bad. I'll have to change that. And hopefully you can help me make this game even better. We're going to add in things for foul territory, where you have to check the foul territory, and so the ballpark will come into play in those ways. The ballpark wall comes into play with robbing home runs, so you can only rob them in center field and right center field at Fenway Park. Obviously, no one can jump 37 feet to rob a home run, so not possible. And so there's like little quirky things like that that are ballpark specific that will bring a little bit more realism to the game. If you want to support this channel, give it a little thumbs up. That's a super easy way. If you want to be more involved, you can click on the subscribe button, and every time I post new content, you'll get notifications of those videos. And if you really want to be involved and help, then share the video. Share this with others. If you're excited about this game, let me know. Let others know that it's coming and that they can actually play. If someone wants to get the files, but they don't want to join the Facebook group, or you're not on Facebook, you can email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. You can also check out the website, clarkandaddisongaming.com, and go to see what games are actually available to you at this point. Previous videos, I played a game called Quick Play Baseball. That's available at clarkandaddisongaming.com. And also On Base Baseball, which is more of a full play app strat style game, but based off of sabermetrics. I also have a couple of football games. Up-tempo basketball is a basketball game with several seasons that are available. So there's some things to purchase and look at there. There's also a free section where you can download most of the game guides and just kind of get a sense of what each game is like. And then there are multiple videos if you just look up the name of the video on YouTube. I think I've done videos for every single game I've ever made, plus some that I'm dinked around with on the side too. So just look up those names on YouTube if you don't find them here on this channel, because I had some previous channels, but I've sort of consolidated into this one. But I haven't brought those videos over or anything like that. So those videos are still out there. They should be out there. They're of interest to people who look up the names of those games, like On Base Baseball and stuff like that. So check that out, and let me know what you think. Put your comments and questions, anything you see in the game that's kind of funny or strange or amazing, and love to hear your thoughts. I kind of do this in in a solitary basement, and don't always get a chance to hear what other people think about the games that I'm playing. If you want to reach out to me on Messenger on Facebook, you can do that, or you can send me an email directly if you just want to talk about the game, or you have any questions about any of my games. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.